Hey, this video is for Nathan, Michael, and Lena. I wanted to share a recipe from my mom, your grandmother, because none of you met my mother, and we need to carry traditions, throughout the years. And I don't know, I didn't really have a good relationship with my mom. I think it was the generation where moms, I don't know if the love was there back then with their kids. Moms were there to do a job and to raise their kids, and to be home with their kids and to provide for their kids, just like the daddies were there to provide for the kids. And I was a very traditional mother to you. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but it's what I always wanted to do from the minute I met your father. I told him I wanted to have 3 kids and stay home. So anyway, I feel bad that you never got to meet my mom. It's going to bring tears to my eyes, but I wanted to share one of her epic recipes, and I hope I can get this on YouTube for you. So it was her cheesecake recipe, and it was very special because most cheesecakes have cream cheese, and hers had cottage cheese. So we're going to begin. So there's a few items that you must have to replicate Grandma Mancini's cheesecake, and one is the crust. You got to find Zwieback. Back in the day, it was Nabisco Zwieback. It was a teething biscuit. They don't sell that anymore. I got this at Wegmans. I don't know when you see this video if you have a Wegmans, but it's a German biscuit, and I got 3 of them. Another thing that you must have to make Grandma Mancini's cheesecake is a spring-form pan. I got this at Williams and Sonoma, but I'm sure you can get it at Target. And you're going to need to have a food processor to make the crust and a mixer. So let's begin. Okay, so we need 2 cups of Zwieback crumbs. I'm actually going to taste some of this because I haven't had any in a long time. It's okay. I have to say that the Nabisco, I had I remember having more of a citrus orange flavor, but you do not want to use graham cracker crust. Please don't do that. All right, so hold on one second. Give some to Misha. Here you go. Let's see if he likes it. Okay, so I ground up the Zwiebacks first, and now I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of sugar in. Read the directions because this recipe calls for more sugar, but you only put a 1/2 cup into the crust, and it says 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to do a heaping teaspoon, and then it asks for a 1/2 cup, 8 ounces, I should say, 8 ounces of melted butter. I use salted because that's what I had. I don't really, I think salted would be better because salt is a food enhancer. And now we're just going to whiz this up. So now it says to get the crust and put it into the spring-form pan. I put a little butter in the pan, and it said to reserve 3/4 of the crust to put on top. My mom never put, I don't remember her putting like cherries on top or anything. It was just a plain cheesecake, and we would have it for Christmas Eve and Easter, and she would make the demi-tasse coffee with little demi-tasse cups and a little lemon rind on it. It was wonderful. So now you want to pat it all in using a monkey dish. Okay, so I took my shirt off. Can you see? I got hot. I'm a hot Italian mama. I've always been a hot Italian mama. You know, your father, when I first met him, I invited him over and I made all this food. And I don't know, the first course was like maybe brujol. And then I said, don't get stuffed, there's more coming. And that was the way I won your father's heart. No, in all seriousness, and Dad has always said that I show my love through my food. And I apologize if I didn't give the right love to you. But my whole goal was to raise 3 responsible, good children. And I think I did that. And I had the help of Dad because we sacrificed. He let me stay home and he worked. You need to always remember that. I'm not preaching how you should do things, but that was important to both of us. Okay, so anyway, you had to grind, the recipe says to grind lemon peel, but I feel that I like orange better, and I think it goes better with the whole vibe of the cheesecake. And now I'm going to use the clementines. I feel that clementines has a sweeter juice than the orange. All right, I'm going to shut you off for a second. Okay, so now I'm going to pour in 4 eggs with 1 cup of sugar. And it's very, very important, specifically for this cheesecake recipe, that you have your eggs, your cream, and what else is there? And the cottage cheese at room temperature. So I let them sit out for like 2.5 to 3 hours. All right. So now I'm going to cream this together. I love my KitchenAid. That was the first thing I did when I moved here after the pandemic. I went on Facebook Buy Nothing and I got a KitchenAid. I just can't live without it. Okay, so now we're going to add all the other ingredients. I'm going to start with the cottage cheese. What I did also was there was a lot of liquid on the cottage cheese, and I just got a paper towel. Can you see what I'm doing? And watered it dry. All right. So hold on. I'm trying to make this video short. Okay, now I'm going to add the heavy cream. It's 1 cup. And you want to get all that goodness out of it. So I'm going to clean it up. And now I'm going to add, it says 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice. Where's my 1/2 teaspoon? 3/4 of a teaspoon. Well, here's 1 teaspoon. Let's see. I'm going to just, because you don't want to do too much. That's 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons. That's good. Oh, man, that's good. It's a little tart, though. Huh. And now I'm going to add the lemon rind. And now I'm going to add, this was not in the recipe. I'm surprised I didn't ask for vanilla. I'm going to add, what is this? Amaretto di Serrano, which is an almond liqueur, I believe. But I went to the store and I was looking for Frangelico, which is a hazelnut liqueur. They didn't have it. That's what we would use at home. And this is 3 tablespoons of flour with 1/8 of a teaspoon of Celtic salt. And now I'm going to let this run for a little bit. Okay, this is the part that I don't like because I have to dirty more dishes, and this is it's very necessary that you do this. You have to pour the mixture into a strainer because you don't want a heavy cheesecake, okay? And this takes some time. I don't like things that take time, and I don't think it's all going to work. We'll have to see because it's not really working. It's annoying. You were supposed to get small curd, which I did. I got small curd cottage cheese. But I think what I'm going to have to do once I strain all this, you see it's going through, is I'm going to pull the food processor out to try to get it more smoother. I remember never enjoying doing this part. Okay, that was phenomenal. Look at it. Hardly any remnants of cottage cheese. Now I'm going to pour it all into this big bowl and then into the cake pan. Okay, so now I'm going to top with the remaining Zwieback crumbs. The recipe says nuts, but I'm not a big nut fan with my cheesecake. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but I put the pan in a different pan with parchment paper, and I don't put it in a bath. I know some cheesecake recipes say to do that, but I don't with this one. And I'm just going to put this in a 350 degrees preheated oven for 1 hour. Oh boy. Do you intend to do dishes for me? Huh? I got it. I got it. Okay, after 60 minutes, though I did 65 minutes. You want to shut the oven off, open the door, and let it cool down for an hour. Supposedly, this will avoid the cheesecake from cracking. If it cracks, put something on top of it, like some cream, or if you like the cherries, whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I love you very much.